I be forgetting when we go live. This is in my house. Real time. Real time, double time. Can't make y'all see my parts. My parts. Y'all really want to see parts? We gotta see parts. I don't got time for that. Anyway, guys. Hey, it's your girl KD. What's up? What's up? What's up? The lighting is not the greatest. Alexa, food on 100%. But I still look nice and cute and golden. Ooh, this light is hitting over here, even though it's yellow. I feel like the white light is not looking white, like, but that's the brightest light I got in my house though. The white light is the brightest one I got in my house. With that in the bathroom light, but I thought when I did the Alexa's smart lights, it'll be white. It's supposed to be white, but it looks yellow. Like I don't know if it's because of the covering or what, but I don't know. I should have went live yesterday. I should have been going live more often, but I haven't. Singing with my body on just how I like it. Singing with my body on. I feel like I'm more goldener with the light off. Like, should I put it on 50%? Alexa, food 50%. That looks too dark. Like not too, not dark, but like dim. I look like not bright. You know, like when the light is on, like psh, in your face. One little psh. Look at my nails. It's gel. These things from Target. These gel thingies. And you're supposed to put it on and cure it with the light. But I don't got a cure machine. I don't know what it's called. Correct me in the comments if you want. But I don't got a cure machine, so just make it dry. One or two peeled off. Was to stay on for 7 days. So far, I think I did it on like Saturday. I think I did it on Friday or Saturday. I did most of them Friday night. Some of them, two of them got messed up. I take them off, and then I'll do it on Saturday. And I went to church with it. Some of them are not fitted properly, like you can see. It's not perfect, but it covers the nail. I think I'm gonna go to the summit with them. It's not professionally done, but right now, who has the money to get nails done? Maybe this week I'll probably have money to do it, but I don't know. Hey, how you doing, guys? Maybe I should make the light brighter so I could look like Pow, but I don't look like. I put my light on 50%. Hopefully this is powy enough, but hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. But I'm like, I need to go live more. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, I like my YouTube family better than my TikTok family. My TikTok family is not really family. I feel like I'm not really consistent over there to make a bond with them. Honestly, I'm consistent over here, but y'all don't want to bond with me like I want to be bonded with y'all. I'm trying to grow a community. I can't grow. My hair can't grow. My community can't grow. Nothing can grow. I mean, my hair and my head, I don't know. I'm a person who likes to be bold everywhere else in my body except my hair and my eyebrows. So my eyebrows don't grow. Thank God for that, because I have to pay mad money to get them done. But my hair needs to grow faster, because the color in my hair, well, I rewrapped it. I'm not going to take it out. The color in my hair needs to grow out. I love the color and all, but I feel like between the color and the perm on top of each, stacking on top of each other, my hair is thinner than like I remembered. Like, because I haven't let my hair perm in since 2015. So November 2015 was the last time I got a perm before January. So it's obviously years have passed by. I'm a woman. We change. Things has happened. I'm sorry people left. I'm sorry. Bye. Oh, people came back. Thank you. Bye. Hi. I mean, hi. But my hair is not as thick as I remember it. But the hair growing back out of my head, like the one from my root, those feel thick, thick. Like you can feel the contrast between my perm here and that here. So I don't know if I do color again, I'm gonna wait till it grows out, like, cause it's growing so. I thought it grows so much faster. Like I know I got my hair perm in January. I got my first color in December. I got my second color in January. I thought for some reason my hair would be like down to here, but this is April. I thought my hair would be like down to here. I don't know why. Like I said it. This is my second time saying it. I don't know why I thought I was Rapunzel, the black Rapunzel. Who told me that? Who told me that my curly kinky hair gonna go that fast? Like I'm not like maybe it could grow fast if I just ate better too. That could also be a thing, because you are what you eat, and I don't eat like that great. I had a salad today with some chicken. Got it from Amazon. Got some chicken. Come like a prepared Caesar salad thing. This thing, cut up already. They give you cheese. They give you croutons. We showed it to y'all. I got $200 in change. I did a little vlog about it. Probably shouldn't be moving that much with, not all my clothes on, but I got clothes on. Don't get me wrong, but you just never. It could be a nip of a slip. You never know. But probably not the healthiest lettuce, but it's lettuce nevertheless. I got this from Amazon. I got like 5 or 6 bags. and I get some chicken, and I cut up chicken up in there, and I eat it. And from what I understand, it's pre-washed, but I don't trust people, so I wash it anyway. I don't care. Like, you're not coming with me and not getting washed. I know some people don't wash their meat, they don't wash their stuff. I wash it. I might not be the greatest washer in the world, but I'm gonna wash my stuff. My veggie tails are gonna get washed. So that's the salad I be buying. Cause I was like thinking like when I first started buying it, I was like, this is a waste of money. But then I thought about how much I spent at Sweet Greens, 20 something dollars for salad, and I only ate that salad one time, and I pooped it out one time. I'm like, but I think honestly, because a salad is all about the leaves that you put in there. Sweet green, I get scream, sweet green. I get like kale, and that salad I got from Amazon is cheaper. Yes, I can get more salads eating whatever, but I feel like the sweet green grain. Not I said grain, not grain. Greens that I'm eating is more healthier than the Amazon. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm like, am I finna go there? I think it did. So I think that's the problem too. It's not as healthy as I would want it to be. But yeah, I try to eat it. I I don't really budget, but I need to budget because I'm trying to pay off my debt. I paid some off, not off, paid some down. Then I ended up screwing up and then started buying more stuff. But yes, it's been a struggle, and I'm not gonna be able to do it overnight. And I cannot believe I thought by now I have another job at this point, another added to my roster of jobs, right? I never knew. I never knew. I'm like, I can't believe it's April already. Why is it April 3rd? Today's 3rd, right? Yeah, the Fool's is on Monday. Why the hell is today the 3rd? Like, explain that to me. I don't understand how today is the 3rd of April. It's just so much things happening. I need to go work. And I feel like I feel like I'm not gonna lie, I don't put that much work into YouTube, but I do a lot of content in general. I just feel like I don't know, I don't do a lot of, what it is, I think I need to stop doing vlogs and do more sit down, but if I do sit down, I don't have to say anymore. I feel like I'm just talking and talking and talking. I don't really know. Sorry for the small amount if y'all heard it or not. But sometimes I do have the idea that I like to think about the background, sitting down, and then by the time I remember, like, by the time I do get a time to do it, I forget the concept and idea. I probably should write it down. But I don't know. I really don't know. But I thought by now this would take me so much further in life. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I like the one thing I could say. Honestly, I like my job. Well, I love my job that I do now. I think because I'm not just doing one job. I'm doing multiple jobs, and they give me just a little bit of money each. And I don't like to stay. I'm not a person. If you don't know by now, I don't like structure. I hate structure. So having like little, not even like job gigs. That's really what I'm doing. I do a bunch of gigs. That's what I do to get survive in life right now. So I do consulting work and things like that. And if you don't know, I do advocacy for the homeless, and now I'm doing stuff like welfare advocacy and things like that. So that's what I do for the people. I basically work for y'all. If you pay taxes, I work for y'all at this point. Um, and I help to get policies in place, or what policies we should think about to help families, and not just families, as people. Because when I talk about welfare, I don't talk about only families. I talk about everybody who can be eligible for welfare. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. I like doing my job. I feel like with advocacy, it's a lot of on the job training. You have to learn about. I think you have to really understand how a bill become a law kind of thing, and I feel like I need to look into that more because I feel like conjunction junction did not go with my function at all, and I just don't understand the play by play. But I think by next week Monday, I need to understand if I'm going to be able to do my job properly for certain things that I have coming up. Some things I'll be filming and maybe filming and giving you guys, not in live person, but in like how I do my stuff. Um, so I want to make sure I understand how these things work, and so I could be able to do my job effectively. So that's one thing with advocacy. You have to really know how the chain goes, and know how. Another thing too is that when a lot of times people advocate for certain stuff, we don't think sometimes about like we have not don't think we have to make sure the thing we're advocating for is not going to hurt something else. And sometimes with they say they claim they don't have money, but they have money to do everything else to help the people, right? We got to just make sure that whatever we be doing is really helping somebody and not going to be taken away from us another set group. who could also need the help. But we got to make sure we find proper solutions that everybody can get help and nobody get left behind. I think it's a lot of times, example, the PBT, not just like PBT in general. It was happy that we got it. Not PEBT. I mean, pandemic money in general. PBT was just one thing people got, you know. But the pandemic money, it was great that they gave the school system all this cash, right? Because they needed it, especially board education schools. I think that's what basically what got it, right, in New York City, for example. And they opened a lot of different programs. Like they hired community coordinators for shelter families. They hired therapists. They hired counselors because they already, first of all, they're understaffed. If you don't know, New York City is understaffed. They need more teachers at this point too, but they're understaffed for therapists. They're understaffed for speech. I want to say speech pathologists, stuff like those kind of jobs. They're understaffed for a lot of, and they're underpaid. So that's the understaffed, underpaid for a lot of jobs in New York City. Not gonna lie to you, and they 3K programs, which 3K was happened before the pandemic, but for some reason funding came from the pandemic money. But yes, it was great that we got the money, but now that the funding is like coming out of it in June, because the pandemic money is done, these programs, some of them gonna have to get shut down, or they gotta find money from a different sector to pay these people. So people will be probably losing jobs if they don't find the money to help them. Also, we gotta think about how daycare workers don't get paid enough to do the job that they do. They want to get the same amount of money or close to it, or even close to it, actually, that compared to regular DOE teachers, which is board education, um, are getting, you know? So they want to make sure that they are equal to, because one thing you have an older kid, but with a baby who can't talk, and you have, like, it's a whole thing. So it's like a lot of things going on, but I don't know. So it's just like that's what I do in my world. Try to understand what's happening and how everything fits in a puzzle. And the sad thing about it, a lot of things that happen in society intersects with each other, and because of that, a person can get hurt in one way, but also get hurt in many different ways because the system is just not working towards them and helping them really succeed in life. But that's just a little bit of my life and advocacy, and you know how I got into it. I always wanted to work with homelessness when I was younger, but me being homeless myself and actually like understanding, and I think honestly, I say all the time, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for God's good, you know. I'm able to do this work and I'm able to be blessings in people's lives. People tell me. I'm not gonna be a person who brags about that, like, you know, whatever, whatever. But people tell me these things, so I'm saying what I hear, right? Um, Everything happens for a reason. I didn't like being in the shelter. I didn't like being homeless. I didn't like the feeling of that particular thing, but I was able to learn and be able to bring my stories to life and make people really understand how it is in shelter life and how it can really affect families, how it can affect the children, and because of that, I got work and I'm able to do certain things that I'm doing now. And I think this is why I end up in nature. Like God is he's hilarious. He does what he does. He bless what he bless, and he just, you know, he does his thing. And I never went and lived in the projects. You know, I applied for the project. I know it don't make no sense, but I did. Before I was even homeless, I applied for the projects. But I just like, I'm gonna get it. I thought in my mind I'll be getting like a nice apartment, really a house, because that's what, you know, I grew up in a house. That's what I thought. And then I live in an apartment, and now I get to not just talk about public housing, but I lived here and I know how it is. Granted, I live in one of the better public housing, if you could say that. I live in one of the better buildings compared to what they have and I've seen and heard about. Granted, my bathroom ceiling is falling down at this point, and I have mold in the bathroom. But it's the sad thing, that's still better than some public houses in New York City, which is kind of sad that my ceiling is basically, when I pee sometimes, water's dripping from my ceiling, but it's better than some public housing. Isn't that sad? That I don't know if I'm just that person who try to see good in everything. Like, at least it's not as bad as yours. I think that's my personality. I try to be as positive, optimistic as possible. But the sad thing about it, people, nobody should be living this way. Nobody should be living with their ceiling maybe falling down on them. And then it's not like I'm the only apartment this has happened to. NYCHA has many businesses, apartments that have this problem. And it's not like it's only my, where I live. It happens in many different area codes in New York City for the projects. So it's like it's not only a Brooklyn problem. This is a whole borough problem. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. I had to live through it and not like just be a talker from outside. Like the project is not good. People shouldn't be living there. Da, 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 da. But I think the project could be good if it's honestly the city of New York would let the people over it. And I know they go and privatize with some of them, but um, it's a lot. So okay, some buildings, and my building doesn't want to do this. They want to put them in privatize and give people Section 8. I think it's wonderful that they're doing that. A lot of people in the projects don't want to do that because they like staying here for 70, 80 years and living here just off the government. Even though technically Section 8 still be off the government, but that's a different story. Um, some people want, like my building, I asked the guy, the building manager, he said, yeah, we're fighting against this thing. I'm like, why are you fighting against a Section 8 voucher? Why would you want to live in the projects? You live for 50 years and he's okay with living in this dump. And it's crazy to me. He says it's better to fight from the inside and outside. I'm like, no, you can fight from the outside and still be fine. That's like me saying I want to stay in the shelter forever to help people in the shelter. It's easier to help people when you're not in the crisis anymore, in the trauma. I feel like living in NYCHA is a trauma experience. I don't think it's as bad as shelter, but it's still, I feel like living here is like a trauma crisis experience for me personally. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Thank you for coming. But I think living here for me is like a trauma experience. Uh, it's just my opinion for myself. I feel like living here is traumatic. So, I feel like it just is above shelter and two above the street, but it's just as bad at this point. That's personally me. I think also I didn't grow up in this environment, so for me it's very very different compared to a person who's probably lived here all their life and thinking this craziness is just the same old, and I don't come from that mind frame and mindset. I feel like should be a stepping stone, or if you're older if you're older, I feel like it's okay to stay here after like 50 or 60 because your income is more the same, consistent, set in stone. Is not going to probably get higher unless you get like into like a lottery kind of thing, and then that's still only one down payment kind of thing. It's not like forever happening. I think they do have lotteries will give you like $1,000 every month, something like that. I don't remember. I don't play the lottery, but I'm just saying. But hey, oh my gosh, you wrote something, and I did not know you wrote something. So sorry. Because what's happening when you having a hard time looking for work and because you have a very young child and oh, yeah, certain hours with my jobs want you to be yeah, that's true too. That's why I only because the thing about I work for myself. I work for myself. If you don't know, I do consulting work, so I basically work for myself. So any job that I take, I do. I don't do 9 to 5s, and I'm just so blessed in that way that I work for myself. I can set my own hours. Majority of the times, the jobs that I have, we all have to usually decide on a time that we all gonna work with. So if it doesn't work with my lifestyle, I don't do those hours. I don't work for the weekend. I might work on a weekend, maybe once for the year, maybe twice, and it's usually like, oh, I want to go to a DV event to help and to either help or basically help or uplift somebody else who has gone through it and survived it. It's never like, oh, I have to go to this event on a Saturday. None of the jobs I do, and because I do a lot of stuff with nonprofit stuff don't usually open on no Saturday and Sunday either. Um, I'm very lucky and fortunate for that, and God is good. Like when I first moved here, I worked at Target. I had to work on a Saturday sometimes, and I was like, nah, I can't do this for my kid. I have to be, Monday to Friday when she's in school. That's when should be working, and it happened for me. Honestly, I don't work. I don't think I work 40 hours a week, to be honest. But in some weeks it could be like this week is very very slow. Then some weeks could be like here Manhattan, Brooklyn, then back to Manhattan, then Brooklyn to get my kids. So and because I'm a single parent, is a lot. So it's been some days that I mean one time I was doing actually what was it called? It's called a workshop training, but I was one of the speakers there. But I speak at the end, like in the middle to the end, and it was in Manhattan. So I woke up my daughter. We get up early for school. I get up around 5:45 in the morning. Right, that's how time I get up for my day. Usually starts around 5:45. I probably sleep, put on my clothes, pee, go put on my clothes, do whatever I do. We get Catania around like 5:20 ish, around there, 5:25 ish, sometimes 5:30, depending how you know. And she takes about 20 minutes to wake up. Da da da. We go to school. She had to get to school by 7:20 to 7:45 because doors at 7:46, and then the meeting started at 9. I got this, mind you, we live in Brooklyn. I went to Manhattan, which was very, very quick. And then Katanya was sick in the middle of the day, so I had to leave this workshop. They got I did my part already, and I'm like, I got called like, oh, she's sick at school. She ate some bad food from the damn city food people. I should have known, because we did a hearing the other day, and they talked about the food and stuff like that. People getting it was a mess, but they had molded food at one school. It was horrible. My daughter is she's the point is that she's in the public school and she ate the public school food and she got sick. That's what happened. They didn't cook it properly or whatever happened. I'm not sure what's wrong with the food, but she used to eat it before and then she wasn't sick, and now all of a sudden she eating this food and she was throwing up. But after when I picked her up, she was fine. I came back to Brooklyn, but I wanted to go back to my job, so I went back to like the training. I'm back to the Manhattan and came back to Brooklyn. So it could be days I'm going back and forth, literally back and forth to boroughs. So and all my stuff is located in Manhattan, so I have to go back and forth. So that's just what happened. One time I had um 3 meetings at 3 different locations. No, 2 meetings at 3 different locations in one day. So I have to go back and forth to Manhattan and then come back to Brooklyn, go back to like it can be hectic, but because I said before, I do my own schedule. I'm very fortunate that I don't have to have that problem now. I came to this point in my life that doesn't have to happen. I'm looking for more work though, so I'm looking for more work and I'm looking for stay-at-home work. So all my jobs are also stay-at-home. One of my jobs I go to once a month, and every other job really goes. So for one of my other positions, we met I think I want to say 2 or 3 times since the panoramic in person. Everything has been on Zoom, so I've been very lucky and fortunate. God has really blessed me with that, in my life at this point. Well, I'm sorry. What issue right now is being sheltered for? Oh, I'm sorry to hear no vouchers yet, but I can't find jobs that fits my. Oh, yeah, that's definitely hard. We was hiring people actually before who was in shelter, but that was from last year, like I want to say September, October, November. The person got hired in like they came on board in November. So I put out stuff here and there. If you look at my community tab, I'm sorry that you're in shelter first of all. Um, I put stuff on in the community tab, and some things are for people in shelter. Sometimes they're for people not in shelter. And a lot of stuff that I put some not a lot of stuff. Some things that I personally put out are more flexible in jobs. People give me jobs, applications, not applications, but flyers all the time. So if you want to look on those community tabs, I post things there all the time. So look out for those things. Some of them might be great, some of them might not be as great. You just have to look and see what works for you and what you can might get and things like that. So good luck and break a leg for that. Don't even know. I know, I understand. When I was working when I was in shelter, I had 2 jobs. At different times, at the same time. I couldn't afford to do it because when I was in the longest shelter, I was in Queens, and then when I was in the shortest, I was living in, I was working in Manhattan. At one point, I was working in Queens, which was great, but it didn't help because my daughter was in Brooklyn. I kept her in the same daycare. I know it sounds crazy, but I didn't want her bouncing around and to do HRA things. It was just a lot. Um, my daughter was in Brooklyn. Queens is where I worked at one point, and then also Manhattan at one point, and I lived in Queens, so it can be a hassle. They don't have a person at shelter that can help you find a job, and which I'll say which shelter you are in, but I don't even put it on the internet. So, but yeah, some shelters help you find jobs. Some majority of them I feel like do not help you find jobs, and but yeah, definitely look out on if you want to go on Hear Our Voices on Instagram. We definitely put up most of the stuff on there, and on my stuff is the same. So if you want to look on mine, but sometimes I put it out on here on Instagram. It all depends where I find it, or I follow people also. So I follow a lot of nonprofits, so I'll see what they post, and I'll just usually put it on my story. So if you want to go on my Instagram too and follow me there, everything is in my link tree. You can find a lot of stuff there for jobs and things like that. And some things can work with your schedule, some things cannot. I'm sorry. It's very, very hard, I think, for parents. I think people don't realize that. And I think that's why they want to put the bill in. Was it Chuck Schumer? I forgot who exactly. but they want to do the 4 day work week. It's a 4 or 3 day work week. I think it was 3 day work week. They want to change that so people can be able to be home with their people and stuff like that, and be able to be parents. And I think the society probably will work better, but I don't know. I feel like when people see things like that and they still get paid for kind of particularly a shorter work week, I think some people will take advantage of it, especially people in New York. Maybe it's America, but people take advantage of stuff when they feel like they're getting over on things, and I don't like that part. And because of that, the whole society fails. Hey guys, thank you for coming in. A lot of people in society just fail because not fail, but a lot of people get hurt because of one person messing up in what's happening. So yeah, I'm trying to read my cookie the troop, because my daughter's in the Girl Scout. I'm trying to read the troop text messages right now, so that's what's going on. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening to me. I know I talk a lot of foolishness. I know I talk fast as hell. I hope you're keeping up. People say New Yorkers talk fast, but I feel like I talk faster than most average New Yorkers. I feel like New Yorkers talk very slow, and in other states speak even slower, and I'm like, mer. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm one of the parents you help to. Oh, okay. Got it, got it, got it. Been applying, but nothing and can only work 10, 10 to 2. Got it. It's hard. Yeah. Got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it. I think I know which person. I'm thinking I know. I can't see yeah, I can see my. As you see, I'm going so close just to see. My eyes are not that great. Yeah, I need to pray for my eyes. Um, I'm gonna say this. It sounds so weird, but y'all know I'm very Christian. If y'all don't know at this point, I'm very, very Christian. I want to do a prayer for you guys. Probably not right now, but if I'll pray for y'all and keep in my prayers because people need prayer. We all going through something. We going through just life, and we all need help. We all need, it's hard, and I know how it can be frustrating, especially living in shelter and not have what you need. But God has a plan for you. I can honestly say that. When I was in shelter, it was so sad, and I'm not trying to compare myself to you. Like I feel like people do that. It's like we're not going to the same thing. We're not going to the same thing. We all have different struggles, but I just want to share that. I feel like I almost gave up, but when I started praying, and that's when stuff started coming together. And I think right now it's hard, because they do want you to have a job, and they do want you to have these things for for to get the PA case and things like that, and to get the city faps and things like that. If you Instagram me, my information should be down below. I have this group that is it's not a job, but you do get like a little stipend for being in it, for being a part of the stuff. And if you do want to get like things here and there, I do a lot of. If you're ready though, I feel like a lot of the work that I do is advocacy work, so it's not like sometimes money right away, but you can get your hands in the door and you can tell your story if you're ready. I know sometimes when you're in the situation, you don't want to tell your story and things like that. So it might not be your thing, it might not be your jam. Um, Look for a lot of at home jobs. I think that'd be probably be easier for you to do, and a lot of like email answering, I guess, because I answer a lot of emails in the daytime and text messages and stuff like that. And that's all part of my job in general. And I do the podcast as part of my job. Um, I do a lot of things for like my job. I went to a rally the other day. That's part of my job, talking on camera, or speaking up for children's rights. Like that's part of my job. I do a lot of different things. Like I do a lot of the same similar things, but it's like mostly people's rights. That'll make sure people don't lose their rights for what they need. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to be very, very mindful of everything. I'm trying to think of like things you might be able to do that's open now. You might maybe not want to do these kind of stuff, but like a lot of stores, I want to say, are hiring. And I know that's not the greatest job. I know it. I know. It's not the greatest to work in a store or something like that. But they might have one because they need people to work. They might have to do flexible hours with you. Like, you might not know to tell them that you have a kid, but you say, I want to do this more this time. If you do a store near the kid's school, that might be easier too, because you could just walk there, kind of walk to where you have to go. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think of right now. Sorry. I heard stupid. I all did that. And like, why would he do this? because childcare is expensive. I know. I know. I sometimes I blame it, sometimes I don't, because I feel like I think we forget sometimes that yes, he has to say, but everybody has to stamp off on it. It's like when you do like the bill become a law, or with the stuff they're doing right now with the tax credit for children. It has to go through this. I'm gonna say the Senate. It has to go through like it has to have a majority vote in these two parties, two not two parties, but two sectors, for the president to even say yes. But he does have a power to do like an executive, like, bam, I want this, and he does it for some things he wanted to do, and other things he's like, we'll wait on not paying off his student loans. Like, it's just ridiculous. So I don't know. I feel like I don't understand enough about how things become like with Hochul or Adams and stuff like that. I mean, with the presidency, I feel like I'm losing. So I really want to get to before I talk and do this job. I want to really understand every part and how they all fit together, because I feel like that's how I understand how who has real power and everything. But it's just so sad that he would do that to, like, for childcare. Like, we do definitely need proper childcare in New York City. We need to, and because of everything happening, a lot of childcare places have closed down. A lot of childcare places don't like to take ACS vouchers, or right now they're doing the more DOE vouchers because of, and another thing with the city, they don't like paying their rent. If you don't know, I'm gonna say this. I say it all the time on my podcast. Not well. Let me correct myself. On my jobs podcast, I say this all the time. The city don't pay their rent on time. They don't pay nothing on time. They don't pay Nitro on time. They don't pay City FEPS people stuff on time. I feel like I don't know that much about Section 8, but I feel like they don't pay them on time either, to be honest. I don't hear that much about Section 8 as much. I'm more in the City FEPS and FEPS world. They don't pay childcare on time. And to me, it was bonkers to me. How the hell y'all don't pay Nitro on time, and Nitro's part of y'all? Like, it's part of the state. They part of you. All you gotta do is transfer in little. All you gotta do is put the little numbers in for direct deposit, and you good. Like, how can you not pay them on time? That's part of you. That means you're making one side suffer because he would like. And for what I understand, New York has the biggest. I want to say ghetto, but that's not the ghetto. The biggest public housing in America, and they rent always like they pay stuff late. Like, it's not making sense. The sense is not sensing. Like, it's just not making sense, and it's really sad that our children have to suffer and things like that. I feel like, you know what, I feel like it'll be good. I know Chicago really does it really good from what I understand. I don't think everyone in Chicago does this, but I think a lot of places in Chicago do this. Maybe it's everywhere in Chicago. I'm not really sure. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from New York City, so I know about New York City stuff. But example, all the schools that they have in it, first of all, housing is different. Not everywhere in Chicago, but certain places. I was listening to this teacher, and then somebody else I know who lived in Chicago also confirmed this. Like, example, you know how I feel like this couldn't work in Europe because we're just so overcrowded, so it'd be much harder to do this. But it could be like say a 4-level house. Like, it's more like a building, not really a house, but like a building. They have like certain corridors, and like a family will own the building, and they'll have generations of people in that building, right? And then everybody from the generations have went to the same elementary up to like high school kind of thing, because it's all in walking distance of the neighborhood. I think if we were able to do that here, that'd be great. But because, example, say one Nitro building could be 10 floors, 11 floors, 5 floors, depending on how big the building is, right? That's gonna be a lot. And it's just like we're so overpopulated in New York City. I think it's a lot. But if we were able to do that in New York City, like example, I know a person who's doing a building. Now, I don't personally know them, but I know from word of mouth. They're doing a building, a luxury building, but they're also gonna have schools at the bottom of it, or like on the block, somewhere connected to the school. So like people, if they really wanted to have their kids go to the schools instead of going far away, their kids could. I'm not sure they're gonna have first dibs or what, but they're gonna have a school right underneath them. I think that's dope. That might be some people, it might be for too much. You'd be like, I'm going to school here plus live here. It might be a lot, but if they start, bullying and things like that, that might not be the greatest part. But I feel like if we put stuff more in our communities, more especially in New York City, it'll be easier for parents to live near daycare plus work in that neighborhood, or even work from home and probably go to the office 1 or 2 times, not a whole week. If you're a doctor and a lawyer, not really a lawyer, lawyers can work from home. If you're a doctor, you need to go to work. You need to go to the hospital. Let's be serious. But certain jobs can be done from home, and it's just like people can have more times with their kids, not in commute all the time, not in traffic. Commute is traffic, but I'm like no, commute is not traffic because commute could also be on a train. But I think it'd just be more cost effective in the long run if we did it like that. But like in Rona, I feel like people were probably being lazy at home, but we needed the rest and we got too much rest to be honest. And we got too complacent. But that's a different story. But yeah, yeah. What scam me? Oh, and I hope you know that City Steps is only good for 5 years. Unless you give them a good reason to keep you on for more than 5 years, because you can apply for that after 5 years. But City Steps is only good for 5 years. People have a false like idea. Oh my gosh, I have City Faps. I'm in good hands. But especially if you go, a lot of times people are going in these luxury buildings, and in actuality, if because every year, if you don't know, you have to recertify. So every year you have to make sure your PA case is good. That means you have to work on the income to even keep the PA case. So by the time the 5 years are over, they say, bye bye, you can't be on this PA case no more unless you have an eligible reason to be on City FEP still to get it, and you get in a luxury building, but you say the luxury building is $3,000, but you only make $16 an hour because that's minimum wage in New York City. You can afford a $3,000 apartment. So it sets people up to go in a cycle of homelessness. So I'm not gonna say don't live in that luxury apartment, but if you're gonna live in that luxury apartment, you have to make sure after that last year, after you recertify for that one more year, you have to get a better paying job to make sure when that city theft is up, you're able to afford that apartment that you're in. Because a lot of times people end up being cycled every 5 years, or just people. Honestly, most people who go to shelter end up going back. Not most people, but a good population of people go back to shelter. Honestly, a lot of people go because of the vouchers not working anymore or something happening and were able to go back on their feet by themselves without somebody helping them. That's why I'm so not saying so scared, but I'm kind of like iffy to move. But I know I have to move because God has my back. At the end of the day, he has my back. Like I can't be scared to move. I know that who got me, God got me. He got me out of shelter. He got me work. He got me all these things. So I know who has me at the end of the day. But it is scary going out on your own, and that'll be my first apartment. I don't consider this my first. This is my first apartment technically, but not my first bigger apartment by myself. Like the city gave me this. I'm still getting help, technically, right? I pay 30% of my rent. I don't pay big rent like other people do, you know. So I'm very mindful that I haven't stepped out in the real waters of life yet, of everything, at my big age. But but yeah, it's really hard. But I would say pray, and God got what's for you, and what's for you is gonna happen for you regardless. No matter if it happens a long way, short way. Sometimes we also the people who come in our own way. Um, but I don't know if you want to do WAG. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not gonna say something I didn't do. I'm not a big fan of animals. WAG is a way to get money. WAG, you're a dog walker. If you want to get to people who do dog walking, and you pick your own schedule. And I want to say I don't haven't done it in a while, so I used to get paid like every week. I want to say when I did it, it's 1099. You gotta pay taxes out of it when tax time come, but that's a way to get wages in for now until you can get another job, and you can pick your own schedule. Like, and that'll be a way to make sure you get the city fabs because they want you to be able to have something to show that you have income. And if you just do dog walking even if you do dog walking say 3 or 4 times a week, it's still income, and they can't say nothing. So I would say probably try to do it more than 3 or 4 times a week. Try to do at least 3 or 4 walks in a day, and then people give you tips too. So if you go to Manhattan, them people give you tips in Manhattan. I'm not gonna lie, they give you tips. A walk can be 10. I want to say I think it was 10, 15 or 12, 30, and then an hour, somewhere around those times. Definitely 30 and an hour. Um, but you can definitely do it if you don't like. And they could pick the dogs you want to do. So that's also another thing. You could pick dogs that you want to do. You could do babysitting. They have some people who have it either come to your home or they stay in their home where they have their cameras out to watch you, and you come do sporadic walks for them. You could do that. Um, yeah. So I'm just saying those are options, and I would say if you had a bike, but you have nowhere to put the bike in shelters. Sorry. But I'm just trying to give you options that you could probably use right now, and that's one I've actually done. I lost a little bit of weight with that, but I also going to the gym. But yeah. Uh, they have, yeah, for the checks to come in. Got you. Congratulations, congratulations. It's gonna be. The only thing is just, did you find an apartment yet? I know I'm reading slow. I'm chatting and then reading it. I can imagine if this thing was going fast, 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 I'll be done. Done. Because my eyes can't keep up the ones I have. I'm like, I'll have to get like a big screen and just trying to read it like. Or what I could do is if I had a TV screen. But do you see live words on the TV screen? I don't know. But I could get a bigger screen if I wanted to, but it'd be a lot. It'd be too much. Um, yep, I signed. Oh, congratulations! Ah! When are you moving in? I hope they did the inspections already, because the thing about it, you could sign your lease and not move in for months. And just, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's possible. It happens to people. So just be very aware. Stay on their backs. Stay on their necks to make sure things are together. You might tell us trying to have muscle contract. The devil's a liar. Come on. What the? Devil's a liar. Woo! I need to drink more water. Or something. No, sir. No, sir. You told them, my foot, my toe, everything. I try to mash up on me. No, 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 no. Hold on. Ooh. No, 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 no. Muscle contract on my foot and my feet. Woo, woo, woo. Hold on, hold on. I don't see no goodies. Not my goodies. Not my goodies. Not my goodies. I have on closed doors, just, I was had my big robe on like yesterday. What? Girl, I was styling and profiling. I sing everything. Don't mind me, guys. I have my robe on. My other robe on. But the other one was nice and fluffy from Target. No, sir. No, I need to drink some more water. For real, for real. Whew. I have more use I said T-Mobile. I said T something, but it wasn't gonna be T-Mobile, but my T-Mobile cup for my T-Mobile Tuesday. No, it's they say you need water or what's in bananas? I forgot what's in bananas, but oh, sorry. You ever have muscle contract and it's like, especially when you're sleeping, that's the worst one. When you're sleeping, you can't even move. I got two of these too, because I have two. At the time, I had two phone lines. I still do, but it's just a different phone line now. I'm coming. Woo! I'm sorry, guys. I gotta walk it off. I think I gotta just stay up and walk it off. Or make sure you leave with your furniture stuff. Make sure you have that together because. Okay, is approved. Okay, yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that's good. Congratulations. Cash drop. See furniture. Yes, make sure. Look, find something. Of people getting the housing connect. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They do. Housing Connect usually a lot of new buildings, so that's why. Ooh, I want to get a Housing Connect, but it's hard to get in. It's easy if you're in shelter to get a Housing Connect apartment, but I refuse to go back if I don't have to. That's the one thing I don't want to do. I want to it's always a cycle, and I don't want my kid to repeat that cycle. So I'm making sure, to make sure I set up her on her feet properly as she get older. That's the one thing I say. Especially because you know how it is in the position that you are in. Just make sure you set up for your kid, because a lot of times it's a cycle. It might not happen with you, but it might happen to your kid or your grandkid. It's usually a family cycle. So you want to make sure that generational thing is broken. So just be very mindful. I know at first it might take you, people might think, oh my God, you got a house, you're fine. Well, an apartment, whatever, somewhere to live. But it takes time to go back on your feet. It could take you years, depending if you're on credit card debt, like how I was. I'm in debt now, but I kind of cleared up before and went back in it. It was a hot mess. But people think like 6 months, 3 to 6 months, you should be fine. What? If you have a good paying job, how's that possible? Yeah. I'm excited for you though. I'm really excited for you. I know I'm doing this, guys. I'm trying to look at the. If y'all know, I'm trying to look at the writing. But I'm so congratulations. I'm so happy for you, and that's dope. I hope you and your kids are staying safe, happy. Bless up the house. I could bless it up for you. Like I mean, pray when I don't mean like. I know people they do like they stuff around the house. I don't do it. I pray for my church, pray for my keys when I move in. But yeah, I've been talking for this long. I know I'm shocked. I could chat my behind off. So you're talking for this long. I should. I can't be shocked. I talk for a living, so. Oh, people call it Charlie horses. That's what they call it too. I got a Charlie horse. Yes, a new beginning for you and your family, and just take care of yourself. And try to make sure it doesn't happen again. But things could happen. Like people. I think a lot of times not. Well, I know people a lot of times think, oh my God, you go homeless because you're this and you're that. No, people just it happens. And a lot of people are one paycheck away from being evicted. And the second case is people going to shelters eviction. The first is DV. And people like to downplay it, or people think like, oh my God, the person got a drug problem, got a mental problem. No, it don't gotta be all that. It don't gotta be all that. Trust and believe. I was kicked out because they didn't say they didn't have space for me when I first went homeless. I went homeless a couple of times. The most time I talk about my homelessness is when I went to shelter, but I was homeless before that. Couch suffering when I was pregnant, and when I was after my daughter came out. So, but yeah, so that happens. But it's not our fault. We're gonna get better, and we got a story to tell, and we come out stronger on the other side because of it. And I love to hear the stories and the stories people getting their apartment and their homes. It might not be their forever home, but it's a stepping stone home. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a person like I live in Niger, and I feel like this is a stepping stone. I'm not gonna be a person. I do not want to be a person who's gonna stay here 30, 40 years. It's a stepping stone. Somebody else could come in this apartment after me who needs it, and to stay here, and this could also be a stepping stone for them. That's how I see it. Like I would get up. I feel bad staying here this long, because a person could be in shelter right now who needs this place, and I'm still here, and I feel like I can't even get myself out of the dirt to get into the place that I need to get. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just at times I'm very disappointed in myself. Like, girl, you're not out of here yet. Like, damn. And I feel like it took me so long to recover. Also, I'm a bad saver. I used to be better as a child. I was a better saver. Granted, I have no bills, so that's why I was a better saver. Because I had nothing to spend it on except food and clothes, and not even clothes, food, and it was snacks and stuff. So it was easier to save as a child. But as an adult, it's much harder because we have all these responsibilities, and sometimes you just need to buy a Starbucks to feel a little bit better. I should be praying more instead of buying Starbucks, which can give you diabetes and kill you off. But it is what it is. I'm working on it. But it's a lot. I really feel bad staying here this long, and people in shelter need to be at a place that I could. And the thing about it, I feel like I could afford an apartment out there. But the other day I saw an apartment somebody was showing me. Was I also need to move into a. I think I was gonna also rent a house and not rent a apartment. 'Cause I think if I rent an apartment, it's so small and it's so expensive. When you rent a house, it's get more room and it's not as expensive. Like I saw this place for it was 2 or 3 bedrooms for $2,000 and change. That's a lot of money, but realistic is for this economy is not for New York City. But I saw a different place. It was in Williamsburg, $3,000, and it was small, and I was confused. And I was like, damn, rent went up a lot. I know rent went up. I'm like, damn, what the hell? So, yeah. But it is what it is. I just want the best for my daughter. I want the best for me. I want the best for the baby who left my house. But yeah, I just need to put myself by the bootstraps and do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna lie. I have a couple of trips coming up this year. I know. I have work trips and I have regular trips. I want my daughter to see the world. I want to see the world. I'm not a person who believes in all work and no play. I believe in work and play, work and play, work and play. Because You save up all this money and do everything, and then you die. You can't even use that money. Granted, if I, when I die, we all gotta die at one point. They go to my kid, but I'm just saying, it's crazy. So that's what I do personally. I'm about to get KK up because she's been sleeping for a minute. She's been sleeping for a couple hours. I'm about to. I don't know if she went for dinner, so I'm gonna see what's gonna happen for that. I already had a salad. I feel like pretty full with the salad and chicken. I had some candy too. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not eating. I didn't make good choices. I did not make good choices, but I just want to do better. I want to do better. Sometimes I really sit here, and think like, dang. But I'm not gonna be sad. I'm grateful. I just remember I'm grateful for what I have, and I gotta work with what I got. So that's what's happening in my life, guys. That is what's happening right now in my life, and I'm okay with it. Like, what can you do? Sometimes I get sad about other stuff. I'm like, I'm a little bit lonely. That's why I really want to make a community out here. Granted, I know a lot of y'all I'm not gonna meet in person. Some people do meet me on the street or meet me at certain places, and I'm like, I'm happy to meet you guys. But I really want to grow a community, and I also want to help my community. Not just grow a community. I want to help my community get more into child abuse and DV sectors and things like that, and help out that community also, and put more hands on the ground and boots on the ground for those things and those topics and things like that. If you don't know, I was abused as a child, so not say my mother, but somebody else abused me as a child, and I made a video about that already. So I really want to help with the laws against stuff like that. And this is actually child abuse and I think sexual abuse awareness month. So every month is, I feel like it's something. Every month is a thing. Like, damn, can we get a break? It's probably not December though. Probably not December. I know October is DV month. And I think breast cancer month. And just like every month have just like multiple things. It's like, damn. It's like I can't breathe. It's like almost suffocating to know that these things are happening, but we have to like have the time. But I'm very very big on saying like we have to. I know we have to have the month to give awareness of it. We got to think about DV is not only in October. People getting their behind snuffed in all the time. People getting their money taken by their spouse or whatever all the time. People are getting talked down to all the time. And it's not only, yes, we could highlight it in October, but this is problem is happening all the time with a lot of people, a lot of families, a lot of, intermingling of people. Your friend, it could be anybody who's doing it to you, but if they're doing it to you and they're part of your life, they need to be out of it. So I just want to put awareness of that also and just be mindful of things. And we got to stop both the learn activities in our lives, and a lot of times hurt people, and that's why they act the way they are. I'm learning too. I feel like I learned a lot of stuff as a child. I'm trying to unlearn as an adult, and it's gonna take time. I think once you acknowledge that you have a problem, that could be helpful. Like, my mother didn't talk to me about a lot of things, so a lot of times I get like short fuse, like, I'm the adult. I have to think about, no, she has an opinion too, even though I feel like her opinion sometimes does not matter. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. But she likes to hear herself talk. So I'm like, oh my God, the worst time I talk to my daughter, if you don't know, is when she's tired. When she's tired, she's irrational. Granted, she's 8, so she's a lot of time I feel like irrational. But when she's tired, she's like, Mommy. I'm like, Katanya, when you come inside, I know she's tired. Do not sleep. I hate when she come on the floor in the thing, in the kitchen, and to sleep there. I'm like, Katanya, and she'll sleep there for hours. I'm like, I don't like her street clothes on the couch, so she should stay on the floor. I'm like, KK, and I'm trying to move her, and she's kicking and she's screaming. I'm like, instead of me getting hit in my face, I just leave it. Like, she'll have her book bag on, and I'm fighting to get a book bag off. Like, can you imagine fighting a child to get her book bag off and try to make her more comfortable so she's not sleeping with a book bag on her back? And you're fighting. And I like fighting, like, with beatboxing, but like she's so annoyed that you're bothering her that she doesn't take off her book bag. Like, I want to keep it on. Like, girl, bye. Then I have to fight for her to go take a shower because she's tired. But I don't know why she was tired last night. I don't see anything she was playing on her bed with. Oh my gosh, can y'all tell me a way to keep the sheets on her bed? Because she doesn't. I'm a person. I don't make up the bed. I don't like making up the bed. Period. But it has to be at least a fitted sheet on the bed. I'm not putting all the duvets, and I have a comforter. That's all. But I have this other thing was for dust because I have bad allergies. So I have that on there. But I need to get a full cover one. I feel like the one I have is not adequate, but I don't got the money to spend on it right now. You know, it's for my health. And I'm not dying, so I'm fine. I take my 4 shots a month for allergies, and I'm good to go at this point. If you don't know, I take a lot of shots for allergies. Yes, and I take my pills every day. If I don't, it's a problem. So, my daughter, the thing about I used to sleep very hectic too, but I didn't mind every time I got up to fix the bed. My daughter doesn't want to fix the bed back, and I don't want to fix the bed. I'm slightly claustrophobic, and she has a bunk bed, so for me to go under it, just when the baby was on it, it didn't bother me, and also the baby when she slept, she didn't mess with the bed. My daughter tumbles and rumbles and frumbles and stumbles, so that all the corners are usually off the bed by the time she gets up in the morning, and it takes her days to fix back the bed. And she does fix it back. She fixes it back in a way that it's not properly down, so it comes like. Is there a way? That's why I put a zipper. It's why I could tell me. It have this sheet with like a zipper on it, but then how would you get it on? Do you have to take out the comforter the mattress every time to put it on the bed? Like, how does that work? I guess, guys, it's a struggle. I don't think y'all understand. I hate her sleeping on the. I don't like her. First of all, I don't want to even touch pillows without pillowcases or mattresses with plastic or just a mattress. I think it just creeps me out. I don't know what about it creeps me out. I think it's bed bugs. I don't know. I think of dead skin cells. I don't know what it is, but it creeps me out just touching these things. You know, I have to touch it because I have to change the sheets, right? I wish I had a man to help me, but I don't got that right now. God send somebody, please help. But it has to be a way to keep the sheets on her bed, like to keep the sheets on the thing, and she don't care. She'll sleep on bare just plastic, and I'm like, can I sleep like that? So I have to wake her out of sleep, cause Tanya put the sheet on the bed. She's like, mommy, I put it on. I'm like, no, it's not. You sleep on plastic, or she'll make it up, but not push it down properly, and then she'll rock like she'll be sleeping so much she'll rock it out. And then she ends up on the plastic again after she just made up. And she's tight because she's like, I just made up. I don't want to make it up again. But then even when I help her put it properly, it still does not stay down. So, and she doesn't want to fix it back. And I'm claustrophobic. So the struggle of my life is real. I don't think people understand. But you know what? This is a good struggle. It could be worse. It could be worse. I could be fighting dogs and cats in here. Rats. We live in New York City. It could be that. So I am not complaining. You know, I'm trying to tell y'all my business. But do y'all know any way to keep the sheets on the bed when people move a lot? Like, I don't move a lot when I'm sleeping, and I know that. But she moves a lot. Like, she does a lot. I don't know what she be on her sleep. She be fighting. She be doing these things. She be telling me her story sometimes. I'm like, girl. But I don't know. Oh my God. I know. It's crazy. I know. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. I plan. If y'all want to do mommy groups too, let's go out do the mommy group. She's probably gonna start that soon. I'm part of this other mommy group that meets, I forgot what day. If you want to be part of the mommy group, I could definitely put you on the mailing list or ask somebody to put you to the mailing list. I'm not in charge of it. I also want to, this other mommy group I put on Instagram, I want to go to that. I haven't been to it yet. I don't know how I just spread the word. A lot of things I put on Instagram, I have never done in my life, but people gave me the information, so I make sure that you guys know the information too. But, yeah. I don't know. I want to get to the point in life that I have at least 3 floors to put all my stuff on. I always have a bunch of roaches, which is, if you know, that's a bunch of stuff. That's what that means. It doesn't mean roaches. I know it sounds like roaches, but roaches. All right. So, oh my God, my brain went to chancletas, right? You know that means slipper, right? So I was watching this guy on Instagram. He's Hispanic, and this girl was doing like a green screen, and she said, "Oh, these mesh shoes," and the guy was like, "Mesh shoes? What's a mesh?" He didn't say it like that, but he said in his accent, right? I'm still drinking. But and he was like, "This is chancletas, da da da." And when I saw the shoe, I was like, "Oh my God, these shoes were popular when I was in high school. I never bought a pair. I wanted a pair, but I never got a pair. I don't think my mother's gonna give me the money for the pair. You know, I had money, I just did not buy the pair. I don't know. But yeah, my time always forever dirty. No, son. You know the mesh with the little, it looked ugly but cute, like the girl was saying. Thing. And it had like the little flowers on, like probably 2 or 3 flowers on the toe part. They had like different colors. Girl, the struggle be real. Oh, you are? Oh, cool. Got it. Congratulations to the college. Okay. Okay. It don't matter. It don't matter how old your kids are. It don't matter. This lady the other day came to the mommy class. Was she supporting her I think her niece or whatever? Never mind. Erase that, scratch that. But it don't matter what age you are, as long as you have kids and you want to, like, I think people think of mommy classes as that, oh, it has to be a person who has like little kids. People can learn a lot from you because your kids are much older. Like people like me who's like, oh my gosh, if I'm struggling now in the 8 year old, how's it gonna be a teenager when she gets that old? So it's like you can be a mentor to somebody. You know you don't want to be a mentor to somebody. Maybe I don't know how you feel, but you could your life experience can help somebody change their life and have a different trajectory. You know, so definitely think about like doing those classes and joining in. Maybe you can learn something from somebody else. You just never know. Sometimes just not even just talking about your kids, it's just having a person to talk to who's not a child, who's your equal. You know what I'm saying? It's like who understands how it is when a child throw up in your face. And even though you're getting ready for church, they throw up on your outfit, you have to change your clothes or just wipe it up and just hopefully nobody can smell or see the stain of throw up on your clothes. Like you need a person who just understands that struggle. But yeah, it's not easy being a mom, but we cool peoples. It's cool peoples. Oh, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I think mommy classes are good. I always wanted to be a part of them, and now I went to my first one I did one last week. And I was like a person talking on like a panel. It was really more like a roundtable type thing. But I want to join some more and just get a part and be around the women and understand them and have party to talk like a little girlfriends group. Because everywhere you go, you're not gonna find a friend, but it's just like to still get stuff off your chest kind of thing. Um, but yeah, like talking and jiving with the people, like for sure, for sure. Like I want to jive, like I want to be a jive turkey. I know that's an old saying, but I don't care. But yeah, like I think it's cool. I'm itching my hair. I'm gonna get a perm on Friday, but it might not burn because the last time I itched my hair when I got my perm in January, I itched a spot and I was like, I don't feel. When I touch my hair, I usually feel like you feel it burning and then you feel like the burnt part. I ain't feel no burning. It's called Hawaiian, whatever, whatever. It must be a new perm compared to what I used back in the day. But I think it did not burn me. I was like, ooh. Apparently it burnt other people, but some people it burned. So I don't know what happened to me that day. But hopefully it do not burn me on Friday because I'm scratching my hair. My hair been getting scratched. No, you feel that scratch, you feel like, oh, that's how I've been scratching. I'm trying to tame down on it. And because I also put the wild growth hair serum in there, it's a serum oil. I don't know. But I put that crap in there, that'll make you itch your hair. It's good for your scalp. It's supposed to make it grow. But and I put some oil sheen in my hair. Cause my hair was dry. When you have color in your hair, it dried out more than cornbread. This is just dry. And I'm a person who don't moisturize, tantalize her hair that much, so it was dry. So yeah, I'm gonna probably end up getting a treatment on Friday too. I think anytime I get my hair done, I have to get a treatment because my hair been getting cut. I think I tell my hairdresser to. I don't care if it's even. I just wanted to. You don't have to cut it to be even. I promise you. By the time you finish, I plan to get a big. I want to do a big cut this year, but I also want to lose some weight to get a big cut. I feel like my face and a short haircut does not go. I think the most my hair could be like this short when I'm this big. It can't be this short or this short. So I need to lose about. Realistically, I need to lose like 100 pounds. Honestly, I need to lose 115 pounds. Honestly, like for my weight, for my height, I'm supposed to be that like that. But I really want to lose like honestly 100 pounds, maybe 90 pounds. I'm like 305 right now, 303. So I need to lose like that much. Realistically, I want to be really honestly 220, but I want to lose to like 201, put on muscle. But when muscle weighs more than fat, which is crazy because fat is fat, but So they say. I'm not a doctor. I'm just going with the punches. Oh, thank you for coming. Oh my gosh, me too. Thank you for coming. Congratulations again. I'm about to wake up my daughter. What time is it? You don't have my watch on this late, but well, it's 8:27. I'm gonna give her like 20 more minutes to sleep. I'm gonna wake up. I'm like, Katanya. Did she just get up and say, "Mommy, I want food"? I went to the room to ask her what she wanted because I got I didn't get that much great things from Amazon. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a lot of like, I got some chips for the girls' night out on Friday, and also just for my house. I got some beef. I was like, that's like one. I got like probably 8 or 9 packs of ground beef. I think some of them turkey. I got sausages, turkey sausage. Um, I think the other meat is Italian meat. I don't think it's beef. I think I got 2 beef and the other one is Italian. I'm trying not to eat that much beef, but beef is good because of the iron. So, like when you're low on iron, you have to do something. You gotta give. You don't want to eat the red meat. They say I gotta do something. Like I'm already on iron pills. I take pill, dollar pill, dollar pill. I take allergy pill. I take an iron pill. I take a vitamin C pill. I take a multivitamin. I take a probiotics. Probiotics and the multivitamin is a gummy, so I am loving it. And honestly, this week I probably took too much gummies. Probably I should stop taking them as much. In my mind, I think they're candy when they're not candy because I gotta really think about if I eat this thing right now, it's kind of a waste of money because your body can only take so much vitamins in a day, and I'm not lacking any vitamins other than iron, so I'm taking it in, and my body's really spitting it out, really pooping it out. So am I wasting my money a little bit? But if you don't know, pro tip, and I think this would really help me a lot. Vitamin C helps you absorb the iron better in your body. So I think that's why my iron went up because before it wasn't really working, and then I took the vitamin C to put in supplement. My doctors prescribed me. Um, my insurance don't cover it, which is a different story. It helped me out a lot. So yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, how people actually be doing it just instead of taking vitamin C pills, just eat an orange. But oranges to me are so messy because it's just like the drips everywhere. I'm like that. And I was a kid who liked to lick, and I still like to lick. So that's what it is. I don't know. The struggle of my life. Again, it could be worse. So I'm grateful. Like I gotta remember, be grateful. Oh, Ben. Yeah. You know what's so funny to me? When I have low iron, I don't feel cold. When my level is regular, I feel cold. And the last time I got my blood tested, my iron was good. It was on a proper level. But I don't know. Maybe I should make the hematologist do it because they said my daughter's iron is low too, and she went on medicine and it affected her for a while. Until her body got back to used to regular. When I went to a hematologist to test it, they said her iron was fine. So I think I don't know. I think the regular doctors are not getting it. When you go to a hematologist, they are blood doctors, so they look at it like, you could be close, but you're not really there. It's not close, but no cigar. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. Try to do my best. Try to take less sugar in, which is candy, juice. I try to drink that. I try not to drink that much juice, and but I eat a lot of candy and white foods because white foods make sugar in your body. So, what I want to make, but I'm so lazy and my kitchen is so small to me, is mashed potatoes from scratch. My daughter likes the one from the Target. We just buy and put water in it. I'm like, girl, it's not even healthy. That crap is not healthy, sis. And it's my fault. I don't cook everything from scratch, and I feel like I don't cook the best. So she's into the foolishness. That's why I like ground beef. You could put a lot of like. That's how I got my daughter to eat a lot of vegetables. I'm not gonna lie to you. You could put any vegetable in ground beef, and it's almost pretty fine to eat. Like I put so much corn, and I bought stuff from Target, corn and carrots and all that stuff. And I don't like to cut up the stuff, so like I bought some celery. I didn't think I was gonna buy any vegetables like that was open already, but I bought it. It looked fine. It looked like they picked the good ones, so I was good. But I mostly buy like the frozen vegetables, and they don't waste on me. I feel like probably don't get the most nutrition out of the frozen vegetables. I doubt it compared to like actual vegetables, but it don't spoil. And I feel like that's the thing with produce. Like if I know it's frozen, I will cook it fast. If I have to know I have to peel it open, do this, dice it up, it's gonna take longer for me to eat, and that's the reason. That's another problem why I don't get as much vegetables and I just need to. I probably need to get some apples. She'll eat apples, and she said she wants oranges, but I don't believe her. I think she's lying. I think she's lying because there's been times we had apples in the fridge. We had oranges in the fridge too, and she makes it spoil. She knows where it is. Everything is in the fridge. All my vegetables are in my fridge. All my fruits are in my fridge. Like, where else would it be? I like I like my fruits to be cold, green and cold. I take lecking green to a different level, but I don't care. And green fruit is so sour. Oh, mm, mm. Tastes so good. I'm just saying. Y'all really out here listening to me and my shenanigans. I thank you. uh, they are. They really are. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My doctor told me I need to cut down on the sugar. Me and my daughter, actually. So, but I bought some chips and I'm like, oh, I ate so much bags. It's not like big chips, but small chips. But I'm like, oh, girl, get it together. I need to exercise and get my life together. I've been trying to do little small exercises in my house. Like, I haven't been to the gym. This week has been raining in New York City, so I haven't been to the gym this week. I don't want to take off my shoes there, and that's too much. Last week I went to the gym, I think, once or twice. My gym membership is finishing this month because I was like, why pay for this and not, like, I need to find ways to save. Why pay for this? I'm not going to be here. So I might get a stepper. I'm thinking of getting a stepper for my apartment. I use Receipt Pal. If you don't know what Receipt Pal is, it's like Fetch Rewards. You take your receipt and you scan it. I did that for a while, and I waited until I have 2,600 to redeem it. I have redeemed. The thing about this, when I do these apps, I first do the very minimum to see if money's gonna come out to me, and after I do the minimum, I go higher and higher. So with this one, I've done the minimum probably a couple of times. I was like, you know what, girl, go for the big bucks. They have a gift card for $100 for Amazon. All you gotta do is have 2,600 points and receipts. I did that. Why the hell they tell me now, oh, you can't redeem? Text customer service. Nigga, I want my money. I did all them damn receipts. It's basically a second time job. And I can't get my money? You driving me right now. You driving me right now, bro. So, but I usually do that with Receipt Hog. And Receipt Hog, I have gotten, I think, what's the highest? Is it $20, $25? I don't know. But I got PayPal money from Receipt Hog on the top tier of their thing. And I've done it a couple of times. I don't play. Pogo, I usually cash them out at like $3. I think the minimum is $3 or $4. I just cash it out at the minimum. Trying to at least get $10, $20 on PayPal to get it. But yeah. Give my money. Like, not me scanning like a part-time job. You don't get my money? You crazy. I want to get the stepper with that Amazon gift card. Like, they don't know. If you don't know, now you know, nigga. Like, I want to get that stepper. Excuse me. Off the gift card. To, like, how to... Oh. So, they have this app. And most of my descriptions, I think even this one right here, is all the apps that I use and get money back from. So, Fetch Rewards, I feel like it's probably the fastest to scan yourself immediately. They could tell you if you got points on that receipt or not. So, example, Fetch Rewards, I feel like they all have like a little different thing, but they all do the same crap. You get a receipt. You gotta make sure it's eligible. Some apps is 7 days. You have to have it at least. You can't go more than 7 days. Other apps like Fetch and Receipt Hog, you could do 14 days. I see a receipt on floor. Instead of picking it up, I just take a picture of it and get my money that way. Or people at Dunkin' Donuts give me, or Starbucks, or wherever I go. Anywhere I go, I get my receipt, and all you gotta do, or you ask your friends for their receipts. I don't care. I don't have no shame in my game. Times is hard. Any little cent works. Any little, how the saying go? Any little mickle? Something like, I forgot the Jamaican saying. But anyway, so you take the receipt. First of all, you download the app. Everything should be in my description down below, right? Or any of my videos usually is in my thing, because when people, other than Receipt Hog, I don't think Receipt Hog give you anything, but sometimes if you refer a friend to it, they also get points and money on that too. But you don't have to go through mine. But the one I use the most is Fetch. Well, I use all of them, but the one I feel like the most turn back in is Fetch Rewards. I get like Target, Amazon, Starbucks gift card. You take a receipt, you scan it with your phone camera, and then it adds up the points. And when you first come on, you usually give like a $2 or $3, depending on what. If you go at a certain time of the year, you get more money, or it depends what kind of sale they're running or whatever. And then you use that gift cards, PayPal or gift cards. Some of them give PayPal, which is PayPal is real money, and then other ones just give gift cards. So I've been doing this since a while now. Actually, I used to make videos about these like each one individually. And I used to make videos by itself, but I've been doing it before 2020. Before 2020, I've been doing some of these receipts. Pogo, I think one of them was called. I think I started last year, but probably one or two. I think we'll see how I was doing before 2020. I have to honestly look back in my archives about which one I did what. I can't honestly after since Corona, my brain has not been the same with memory. I have very good memory, but it's just not has been keeping the years together. I slept so much. I think sleeping too much is a problem. Like you think it'd be good because they're resting, but I think it really affected our brains. I slept so much in Mona, like it's crazy. But yes. So all you gotta do is scan the receipts and you get your money over time. It's not like 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna get rich off of it. You're not. If you think you're gonna buy a BMW this year with the money, you're not. Unless you go to a million stores and scan, you're not. And then some of the apps you have a certain amount that you can scan in for I want to say the date. Sometimes it's like a week. You could do a certain amount for the week. I feel like I did this other one named Q. I don't do that one anymore. I feel like he was making enough. It was just doing too much surveys. I don't like to do a lot of surveys. Some of them you could do just scanning. Some of them you have to do surveys and scanning. And the surveys, I'm like, you're doing too much. It's like a second job. Like, damn. Yeah. You should. No problem. Yes, every little bit helps. It really does. Oh, I think it's every nickel make a muckle. Now I'm gonna be. I'm not calling my Jamaican friend. I'm hearing it in my head, but for some reason I can't say it out loud. But I know the last word is muckle. If it every little make a muckle. Every little make a muckle. Sounds correct. But yeah, I you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I don't care how rich I get. I am gonna be very, very. The nice word is called frugal, but I'm gonna be cheap. But I'm not cheap with certain things. Like if I'm going to a hotel, I want to make sure it's not a rat and roach infested hotel. Like I want to make sure I'm comfortable. I want to make sure I'm having a good time there. So certain things I will be cheap on, other things I'm not gonna be cheap on. So it all depends what it is. Certain things I'm gonna definitely be cheap on for sure. I'll be cheap on that. But other things I'm gonna splurge a little bit. And I think I splurge. I made my daughter a little bit, like just a little bit, like I give her too much. But I think because I feel like I brought her in the world into a bad place. Like not like well, the world is crap, but I mean like I didn't bring her into a world like with a happy home and a happy everything. Everything when she came into the world was just crumbling all around her, even though she didn't know it. She probably felt it, and especially when I was pregnant, it was just me crying depressed. I try my best to try to make up for that, and I think that also doesn't help because when you get everything easy, is hard. And I feel like especially for a child, you know how to cope with that, and then you put it out in other ways. But she's a good kid overall, but I give her too much, like compared to other kids. You think she's a rich kid when she's not, like. But I've been setting boundaries. It's hard. You gotta pull it out by the bootstraps. But you gotta do what you gotta do, and yeah, that's how it is. That's just the way it is. But yeah, yeah. On food, what food? Yo, on food, I would spend. When I went to New Orleans, I put out some food on Instagram. That's only some of the food I ate. I ate so much food there, and I pooped so much times there. Like, I'm very regular, so every time I eat, I usually have to poop somewhere around that time. That's like most people should be. Some people be backed up for days. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all gut health survive like that, but I can't do that. But and I'm grateful for that. To have a good digestive system. But oh my God, I ate so much food in New Orleans. Like that food was good. I had the alligator. Ooh, that duck. That quack 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 quack. Ooh, I ate him up. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but I ate him up. Mm. It's a clam chowder I had. Ooh, I had what else I had I had a lot of stuff. I just ate it on up. I was like, yes, yes. I was eating it up. Oof, oof, oof. I was eating it up. I'm not gonna lie. I want to eat a Starburst right now. I bought some Starburst from Amazon, and I want to eat it up right now. Ugh. I don't know. I need to have some, you know, gumbo. Yes, gumbo was gumboing in New Orleans. It was gumboing. I think it was my first time having gumbo in my life. No, I'm pretty sure it was my first time in my life having gumbo. But ooh, mm, gumbo, gumbo. I need to go to Texas though. I don't know why the past like year and a half I've been saying I want to go to Texas, 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 Texas. But I need to go riding dirty. I feel like that song is not for Texas. What's big wheels keep on talking, talking's what I do. What's the new Beyonce one? You know Texas. Woo, no, 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 no. Woo, no, no, round, 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 down, down. Num da dum down there. Woo, no, no, that's a new Beyonce song. What is it new? This is a couple weeks old, so that's new. But I need to go to Texas. I need to go to Texas. I need to go to Houston. I need to go to Dallas. I need to for sure go where the black people going. Cause what I hear about Texas, and I'm pretty sure they have a lot of sundown towns over there. Not gonna catch me and my baby out there. Sundown town. You know, but yeah, I know like very few people are in Texas, but I need to go out there and just eat their food. Like I feel like everywhere I go, I just want to eat food. I just want to eat food. But you gotta taste the nations, yo. I feel like in a way it's just the southern part of like a New York City because apparently like when I watch some girls from Texas on YouTube. Especially I watched Gina Gina, my girl. I don't know her. Like when they used to say my friend in my head. But she's from Texas and she talked about the food over there. She talked about it as like how I talk about food in New York. We can find anything. So I feel like it's a southern version of New York, and I think I would like it just because of the food, but I'm not gonna like it because of the South. I don't like the South. I don't like the South. Honestly, I don't like nowhere where it has too much heat, and that becomes sun. Anywhere will come make me. Granted, New York City is nasty in the summertime. New York City is disgusting. But summer only lasts but so long. The other months are not as bad. Like to me, over 50 degrees is too much. So anywhere what makes me darker, makes me sweat, makes me want to peel off my skin, I can't be there for so long. I can only do but so much. The most I've ever stayed in a hot climate is 2 months. 2 months and change. And that's Jamaica. Maybe Iowa too. Was it Iowa? Probably Iowa and Jamaica. Probably same around the time. But I feel like I stayed more time in Jamaica than anywhere else in my life. Other outside of New York City. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Summertime in New York make you want to peel off your skin. But I feel like in Texas the way they make it seem is like when they have cold fronts, they're like, oh my god, it's so cold. It'd be like only 40 degrees. I'm like, and they used to like over 100-degree weather. And I feel like that's going to make my nose bleed. But it's okay because I'm gonna be only there for a couple of weeks. Like, I don't think now I get nosebleeds when it's hot. Only thing on my daughter does though. If it's really really hot, she gets nosebleeds. But I don't. When I was younger, I used to get a lot. I mean, my nose was like a faucet. Like that's crazy. But the South, they don't like us either. So it's alright. I do not like the South. Like I don't like the dirty dirty. It's nice to visit, but not to live. Like I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Like Houston. Yeah, yeah, man. They have a restaurant called the Turkey Leg. Really? Okay. When I think of turkey, I do think of American food, and I don't really eat turkey. Like, if it's a cold deli cut, I eat turkey, but I'm not a turkey eater. Like, people say, oh my God, Thanksgiving. Granted, I don't do Thanksgiving. Like, I do Thanksgiving, but I don't do it because I don't cook. Like, I'm not a good cooker, so I don't do Thanksgiving meal like I did as a child. I feel bad because I feel like my daughter's missing out on a real Thanksgiving meal. What we do here is not good. She said, well, yeah, oh my God, we had crab. She think that's Thanksgiving. I'm like, girl, if you know what Thanksgiving really looked like when I was a kid, girl, we had rice and peas, macaroni and cheese, curry goat, curry chicken. We had shrimp. We had cheesecake. We had black cake. Granted, all these things are very, very Jamaican. I know. But that's what we wanted. That's what we got. We had ham, Sometimes we might have turkey, but I ain't eat the turkey. Yo, Thanksgiving ham. Oh my God. I know we in May, but Thanksgiving ham is off the chain. Like, I love chicken, but Thanksgiving ham is oh, mm, Thanksgiving ham, 2 day, 3 day ham, and you like that thickness. Oh, there's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. The Holy comes. He's riding on the cloud, shining like the sun, and the trumpets gone. Lift your voice. But that Thanksgiving ham, oh my God, that Thanksgiving ham is off the chain. Give you shivers through your spine. It's good. I need to learn how to, but I don't like to cook. I don't enjoy it. Like, some people don't like enjoy taking care of their kids, and I love taking care of my kid. She gets on my nerves. Some people love to cook. Like, for each his own. Like, I don't have to do. I have to love everything. Like, so it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Thanksgiving stuff is just like. But anyway, that food was good. I'm tasting it right now in my mouth, and that Thanksgiving food was good. It made me salivating. Like, damn. Oh my God. Thanksgiving food was so good. It was so good. Damn. I know we're May and November's not here yet. I plan to leave to go somewhere for Thanksgiving this year. This year gonna have to be it. My daughter has a week off of school anyway. I cannot stay home and be sad again. I know I'm doing a lot this year. Hopefully God just pays the way as he does and give me also 2 more jobs for this. I want to honestly 3 more jobs for this year. I know he can do a thing. I know he could do more than a thing. He can do everything. So I'm going to believe in him. Behold, he comes, riding on the cloud, shining like the sun. When the trumpets, boop, boop, But yeah, don't mind me hanging there with my shenanigans. But yeah, man. Thank you, thank you. Yes. You know what it is? In my house growing up, Thanksgiving and Christmas was the same food. The thing about it, the funny thing about it, we had the same food all year round. It's just we put everything on one day for Thanksgiving. In my house, I grew up with a lot of. My family's Jamaican, so we had the same Jamaican food all year round. So we just literally had the same food for Thanksgiving. This was just more of it, and at one time. And I used to nyam, bro. I used to nyam. Like, oh my God. I used to eat a lot. I want one year to hire somebody to come to my house who's Jamaican to cook me a nice Thanksgiving meal in my nice apartment, not in this ghetto apartment I live in, where my ceilings falling down in my food. Not my food. Hopefully not in my bathroom. Jesus, I can't imagine my ceiling falling down my food. Oh Lord. But but yeah, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming to my live. I don't really want to I need to grow this channel bigger. I just need to make a profit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to make a profit off of this damn channel. I really do. I think this would definitely help me to be able to move out because what I'm making doesn't make me. What I make now does not make me eligible. It seems like for these apartments that they have out here in New York City. Like, if y'all don't know, whoever's listening, I live in NYC. Rent is expensive. People might say move out. Move out where? I don't think I'm eligible to move anywhere by myself. I probably am. I'm probably just not looking. The places I think I'm looking is not the places I want to live. I think that's what it is also. The places that I want to go, my money can stretch to go, is not where I want to live. I feel like I could able to be eligible to live in Queens and the Bronx. I grew up in Queens. I don't want to live in Queens. I don't like Queens. And the Boogie Down, I lived there for about 2 or 3 months. I'm good. In the shelter. I'm good. I am good. And honestly, it wasn't bad there, but just like, it's out of the way. Like, I think I don't know. I survived in Queens and came out fine. Maybe I have to go back to Queens. I could afford a whole house property in Queens, to be honest. Maybe. You know, I don't know. God could do a thing. You could have no money and God give you a house. So that's how big my faith is. I wish I had the same kind of faith in my eyes to be 2020, but I feel like my faith for my eyes is less than a mustard seed. So that's the problem. But I know He could do a thing. I know He could make wonders. I know He could change lives. Um, but yeah, I need to do more and be more and get more and what's not. Because I cannot stay here. Like, I cannot make my child grow up and think this is okay to live like this. And I'm not trying to talk down on people who live here all their life and, their kids are not amazing. I'm saying I just don't want to have my child in this environment and stuck in the house. I don't let my child really go outside unless it's like for tennis. Because the neighborhood we live in is not really the safest. So I don't make her talking to the kids around here like that. Like, she don't talk to the kids around here. I grew up knowing everybody in my block, every single kid on my block across the street, and we all went to the same school. My daughter don't go to the school around here. Some kids go to her school from like around here, but we don't all live in the same area. So like we live in the same area, but it's just weird. So it's a lot. I don't want her to think this is normal, but honestly, from back in the day, from now, things are much different. Things are much more. I'm gonna say, can we say it's more safer? Maybe we can't even say that. I think what it is, social media make everything come out more, so it just seemed like back then was safer. Just stuff didn't go out as much. And I think with social media, things are more in your face because you can see it all the time. So I think that's what it is. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm about to get off though. Gotta go pick her up. She's sleeping on her toy boxes. That's why she wanted the two toy boxes in her room now back again. Because she could sleep on it and take naps without going in her bed. And go give her a shower. Ask if she wants something. Probably give her something easy like cereal. Something easy that the problem is with Katania, when she sleeps like this, she's gonna do her homework she's gonna do her homework. They gotta get her stuff printed out. She's gonna do her homework on her. That was like her. I thought she's sneaking around. She likes to listen to stuff. Do the homework on her bus tomorrow. But there's been times that I got her up, make her take a shower, and by the time the food is done, she's sleeping again. So you know what happens? I have to end up eating the food. I like to waste food, and I have two dinners for no reason, and I'm full. All I could just take is water at this point, and water is probably a piece of candy. Honestly, pieces of candy. So I don't want to make nothing that's gonna take a long time to get made, and then she end up sleeping and not eating it. I think the fastest thing she could have is cereal, or some bread. I wish my kid would drink tea, but she don't like tea. I don't know why. She don't like I thought she would like mint tea because I love mint tea. I mean, I love mint tea as a kid, but she don't drink mint tea. It was very weird. I bet you, is Horlicks still around? Yeah, if Horlicks was around, I used to drink that a lot as a kid, and Milo, but Milo was not the same. Milo was bleaching. Milo been in my bleach up damn skin. Milo was bleached. Milo was very dark as a kid, and now it's very light. I don't know what the hell they did to it. So it might not even be real cocoa anymore. Was it real cocoa back in the day? I feel like it was. But they might have changed manufacturers, made it somewhere else. I don't know. But Milo had bleached their skin. So, but yeah, but she like wanted to buy her that Lasco. She told me to give her that. She's gonna kill me. But Lasco. But she didn't like she didn't like Lasco that much either. My friend liked it. I'm about to give it to her because she liked Lasco. But yeah, I bought that stuff in her like, oh my god, we're gonna drink Lasco. Not Alaska Oracle. Not Alaska Oracle. I think it's my fault too. When she was a kid, she drank tea and I stopped giving it to her. When I was a kid, I used to drink it every day. But I didn't keep up with that cinnamon. I was in the house that I was living in, and it was just a lot. So I didn't really make her like how living with that lady was horrible. Oh, I feel like I lost so much in living in the house, but it's crazy. Now a house apartment. Anyway, I need to drink some more water. I need to go pee. I need to go wake up this kid. Why is that? I think that chair was leaning, but it wasn't. No, it's not leaning. I'm looking at something totally different. Oh my gosh, mess. Anyway, I'm about to go. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for guys for supporting. If you can you share my stuff to people? If you don't want to, it's fine. You just coming on and support me is great too. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is more than I thought would come on and listen to me and hear me chat for hours. At this point, I thought it was 2 hours, but no, it was an hour and change. Hour and 34 minutes and some seconds. But I'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you for watching my content. Thank you for being amazing. And we're blessed and highly favored. Haven't said that in a while, but we are. Bye, guys. Later. Later, alligator. Don't let the bed bugs bite.